Welcome back to Movie Chat. I'm Steve, and last month I put a video out and I was really excited. Little Steve took the great pleasure of taking the mickey out of me about it. The reason why I was really excited is because I just finished watching the first episode of the new Halo series. Now, the reason for this video is that we are now 5 episodes into that series, and I'm asking myself, am I still excited? And the answer to that is yes, very big goddamn yes, I am still excited for this Halo series. I'm excited to see where it's going. I was in two minds that I like Chief taking his helmet off, but then you sort of realise that it's the producer's way of saying you are no longer Master Chief. You're Master Chief when you play the games, but now you're along for the ride and you're developing an attachments to this particular character. There's other characters there as well. There's Halsey, there's Captain Keyes and Miranda Keyes. There's the 3 members of Silver Squad who you're there as well. You're developing attachments for them. Am I still loving the series? Yeah, I am. I'm loving the way that they've brought Chief to life. I am loving how they've brought your interpretation of the Spartans to life. They are cold and calculated until Chief and Kai take the pellets out of the back. So now Chief's reacting to it differently than Kai is. Now Kai's developing a sense of humour. She's feeling things for the first time ever. She's becoming sarcastic, and you see her second guessing herself on the battlefield and stuff like that. And you don't see that with Chief. We've seen the Covenant. We've been introduced to Jackals and Elites, and this week we even get a Brute, and the Brute doesn't let me down. They've captured everything that I thought a Brute would be, and especially swinging the big hammer around. And yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. The combat scenes as well, the way that they've shown this 6-7 foot Spartan bouncing around, and the strength of them as well. And then obviously you get the same with the Elites and the Brute. You get the impression that the standard Marines and the ODSTs won't stand a chance against these bad guys. I love how they've done the Pelicans and the Condors and the Warthogs. I love how Reach looks. Yeah, even Cortana, the way that they've done Cortana, it was very horrific what they did with the Flash clone, but it's also tying into Halsey's dark side as well. And now this is completely different to how we've got Cortana from the game. Don't go into this series thinking that you know the game, you know the extended universe, the books and stuff. In my first video, I did go over the fact that they have used source material for this, but looking at it now, all they've practically done is took existing characters from that source material, threw them into their own story and gone, get on with it. There's the timelines don't add up between Harvest and Reach to CE. There's none of that. I get the impression that that whole series of events was over about 2 weeks from in the games, but now the Spartans are well known. People know about the Spartans. They're not just rumoured. They're not classified. We've got Spartans. You are the first line of defence. You go off and you do this. People know about them, which they don't really in the game. It's great how the Covenant still refer to Chief as Demon. That's how long that the Covenant know of Chief. Mikey, who's a human under Covenant control, and she's another one that's Forerunner sensitive, helping the Covenant try and find Halo, and she's now taking a big part in the story. I'm loving where this is going. The fact, like I said before, we've already had jackals, we've had elites, now we've got brutes. We've also got the worm, so we know that there's a hunter somewhere bouncing around, because if you've got worms, the chances are you've got a pair of hunters as well. So yeah, I can't wait to see them. Can't wait to see them. The stories can go in so many different directions now, because the insurrection's still around. We like I say, we've had the Covenant. That still leaves us with the Flood and the Forerunners, and the Guardians. Now, they haven't made an appearance. They make an appearance later on in the game. I know the Flood's in CE, but I'm hoping by the end of this series, we're just finding the ring. We're just finding Halo, and then we can go to Halo, and the story just opens up from there, and we bring in new characters, new races, and everything like that. That'll be absolutely superb. Like I say, I'm just spitballing there, but that's what I'm hoping for. I do think this is a prime example of what we can do with a TV series compared to a film. Now, for those that know, I've been pushing for a Halo film for a while. If it was poor, we'd be talking about redos and remakes and reboots already. But I'm so glad we've got a series. You know, give me more of these. Give me Destiny now. Give me Gears of War. You know, I'd push for a Warhammer series. You know, give me Warhammer 40k. Each series could be about a different faction. It could be Dark Angels or Blood Angels or Ultramarines, or it just could be Imperial Guard or whatever. Just give me it. But I'm so glad of what they've done with Halo. But like I say, I know there is people out there hating it at the moment because they're like, you took Chief's helmet off. What are you doing? Well, that's not happened in that. Just forget what you know and just enjoy the series for what it is. You know, I love the special effects they've used. I love the weapons they've used. The combat scenes are brilliant. The way that each of the weapons interact between the battle rifles and the pistols, and then you've got the interactions between Cortana and Chief as well. They're just finding out what each other are all about, and the way they're connecting and the bouncing between the two. Cortana's actually quite funny with some of her one-liners. But yeah, it's an absolutely brilliant series, well worth a watch. Like I say, we're 5 episodes in now, so if something was going to go wrong, it would have gone wrong by now, and it hasn't. I just think it's absolutely superb. It's a brilliant series. Now, that's enough of me geeking out over Halo. Now, please like and subscribe to the channel. We are gaining subs. We're over the 200 subscriber mark now. We've got our, if you hit the sub button and the notification bell, you won't miss any of our content. It will tell you when we've gone live on a Thursday. And on a Thursday show, we've got loads of segments. We've got special guests. We've got the pickups of the week. We've also got the free-for-all as well, which is your invitation to come and join us on the stream. Tell us what you've been watching. Show us what you've picked up, etc. And just take the show in whichever direction that you want to take it in for the last half hour. Like I say, that's every Thursday. We're also on Facebook via Movie Chats and Film Geeks. So that's our own page. And you can, you know, join us on there, put your recommendations of what you've been watching, etc. And there's also Instagram as well at Movie Chats 2021. And again, we share odd little bits and bobs on there. Anyway, you've heard enough of me for this week, so I'll catch you on the next one, and it's bye-bye for now. See you on Thursday.